indicated that your mother had power over your father, partly because she had information about him that could destroy him.
Yes.
And your father had never killed your mother.
Right. Because this was for political reasons. Didn't know what arrangement they had come to, but they had come to one. I think it's much easier to get rid of my brother and I than my mom.
You indicated that your father had political aspirations. Did you consider that if he killed his sons, that might harm his political career?
Obviously, he wasn't going to kill us in a fashion that he would be exposed for that. It was just going to be a silent thing, and he'd make up some story that we ran away and then, put out a reward or whatever he wanted to do. I felt it was not that hard for him, anyway, of his power.
So you were thinking about how your father could get away with murdering you and not harm his career?
Yeah, I certainly believed he could do that. Exactly how he would do that, I had no idea. My dad had always come up with answers or solutions to problems that no normal person would ever think of. It seems impossible to believe that my dad would choose to get rid of his sons, but that's just the way my dad was. And my mother was so unpredictable, and this is what we believed.
What point was it that you decided that your father was going to kill you?
I would say that we would certainly believe that Thursday night, but it kept going back and forth. It was so hard for me to believe, and there was also this, I didn't want to believe it. I was wishing it wasn't true. I felt that he loved me. I thought I knew my father, but apparently not because of what had been happening to my brother. I certainly knew my mother's state of mind and that it wouldn't cause her a night's disturbance to do this. But with regards to my father, I was wrestling with it. And there were nights when I thought it was definitely going to happen, like Thursday night with the fishing trip. And then when nothing happened on the fishing trip, it was extremely confusing for us. We were relieved, and we were kind of like, when is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? And then my mother makes this statement, and we were sure again. We just didn't know when. It was like up and down and up and down. And then it sort of seemed more and more like it was going to happen. And then certainly the events of Sunday, and I got to a point where it suddenly was like sprung on me that it was happening. I felt that my mother did not have a sense of morality and hated me, and I didn't think that getting rid of us, I think, would be like her dream. And certainly if my dad was thinking this might be the option for him, I figured my mom would be pushing him. We definitely have to do this. Your sons are going to ruin you.
You believed that your mother would enter into a conspiracy with your father to kill her own children.
Yes.
And that she wouldn't lose a night's sleep over it?
I mean, I shouldn't say that about her. I don't know. That was what I felt that weekend.